Many Magic the Gathering players ask the question, is our game not just a game, but something more? For many of us, it is a community. For others, an escape and reprieve. Certainly for most, it is a skill and a challenge, a never-ending puzzle we endeavor to solve. And for still others, it is art. Imagination, expression, and, dare I say it, humanity. You may be wondering why I've begun the video in this style, or more specifically, why I've begun the video in the style of fellow YouTuber MagicManSam. That is because Sam's MTG videos are of such resounding thought and expression that I wanted to see if I could grow through emulation of his narrative tone. His most recent video on the artwork of Therese Nielsen was not just a thing of beauty. It shook me to my core, embodying everything a Magic the Gathering YouTube video should and could be, and making me realize how important it is to continue to strive for self-improvement and the increased quality of my own videos.
Now, if you admire Nielsen's work, you must consider her influences. When we look closer into her style, you'll see she is tapping into the work of some of history's greats. Artists like Gustav Klimt, who informs her use of gold as both a medium and a hue. Drew Struzan, the hand behind the posters of our favorite films, will inspire the way Nielsen theatrically organizes figures on a page. J.C. Leyendecker, whose tight angles and graphic novel style will guide Nielsen's portraits. And finally, the remarkable Alphonse Mucha, whose two-dimensional layering and floral motifs will influence the aesthetic of Therese's paintings. But
Sam says of his YouTube videos, "My approach is a humanist one about appreciation and enrichment. I want to shine light on everything that goes missing when all you care about is the function of the card in the context of the game. Because in reality, a million aspects go into making the card: art, flavor text, mechanics, etc. And I like calling attention to those details. It's fascinating to me that the art is what draws so many of us to the game, but is the first thing that goes by the wayside when we learn how to play it. But it isn't just art. Sam's channel is one where intellect, philosophy, and yes, soul all transect. Making full use of YouTube's visual and audio medium for full effect, Sam makes the Magic world resonate in deep tones, exploring its history and present-day direction, and meticulously exploring the depth and complexity that each Magic card encapsulates.
Selfless Cathar. Speaking of sacrifice, you can't have a blackened world such as Innistrad without mass amounts of death and demise. Selfless Cathar embodies such holocaust. Sacrificing himself for the greater good, the Church of Avacyn, boosts the creatures around him. Since humans were a prominent tribe in Innistrad built around teamwork, this one drop provided an anthemic effect to his fellow kin, at the cost of his own existence. And this isn't even the first time that Wizards has replaced a cultural icon with new art. Out of the 11 cards from the original Invitational series, 6 now pay no tribute to their inceptors. Remember Chris Bakula, John Finkel, Bob Marr? Now, at best, you'll know these people simply as Meddling Mage, Shadow Mage Infiltrator, and Dark Confidant. Despite being a huge fan of the new art on many of these cards, I can't help but feel betrayed and lost in the dark by this gesture. It's as if slowly but surely the history of the Invitational is being swept under the rug. Little by little, these cards are losing character, or better put, the character that made them. This is not only Magic history that is being erased, but also the game's legacy, its heritage, its people.
I am reminded of his Magic the Gathering YouTube film, The Modern Master, in which he combined MTG pack openings, gameplay and strategy with life philosophy and self-introspection. I interpret his film as an examination of ambition. This is a trait that in part defines black mana, and how it can be self-destructive and highly superficial, much like one character's search for an obsession with foil magic cards. But also that ambition is what propels us to be better and to do better, and this, spoiler alert, is ultimately what the protagonist learns and uses to defeat the Dark Confidant.
You live and die for power, and I like tricks. So let's try this again, from the top. Welcome to my plane.
Magic the Gathering is a complex game, and no, I do not just mean the advanced strategy its gameplay requires, but rather the depth and complexity that goes into each and every card, from the art to the text to the community that enjoys it. And indeed, we are a complex community. You have to be capable of complexity to play and enjoy this game. And that is why I am so proud and at times in awe to have a voice such as Sam's in our community. I hope very much you will check out his channel and the videos I have highlighted in the description and the end page here, because his is a contribution of value to this game and to us all. And this video has been brought to you in part by a sponsorship from Card Kingdom, as well as the Patreon support of viewers like you. So thank you.